What's up, guys? I know that you guys just watched this game with me as the Sparks take care of business 83-78 on the road, picking up a huge victory over the Atlanta Dream. That is not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, but 6 straight victories for the Sparks, man. Big time game led by their superstar player with her 100th double-double. Nneka Ogwumike finishing the game with 27 and 12 points. What a big time game. And you know we got to have more for you. We have to listen to Coach with the press conference. So we have that next for you coming up.
What's up, y'all? This is Lexi Brown with the LA Sparks, and you're watching Infanity TV.
Profanity Nation. A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Powered by
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Ogwumike, and you're watching Infanity Television. Boom.
What a game, man. Big time performances all around. That starting 5. Coach Curt Miller, I know he always talks about in the postgame. He's excited that he's able to stick to a starting lineup, and they are playing some great basketball. The comeback kids, it looked real tough early because the Sparks were down by 13 points. At one point, they were down 16 points there in the second half, but the Sparks always find a way to make it happen. A shout out to Jordan Canada, who chipped in 15 points, 9 assists. She is the most improved player to get Player of the Year. She's that woman. She has been playing some great basketball. She is the floor general that this team has solely needed, and she is much improved, much better from last year, and she is a big reason why this team is on a 6-game winning streak. But it's the defense that we have to talk about. The defense is great. After giving up 52 points in the first half, they only allowed 26 points in the second half. They cut it in half, and they did their part because this team knows that they can go and find some buckets, but it all starts on the defensive end. A great job they did on Ryan Howard, on Cheyenne Parker. Both of them came out smoking hot in the first half. You had 11 points from Ryan in the first half. She only ended up with 15. 14 for Parker, who only ended up with 22 points. So it's all about these women coming back and making some big plays in the second half. These ladies, you could tell they are ready to go. With Leisure coming back and playing some very consistent ball, this team has taken their game to the next level. Azura Stevens, 18 points, 8 rebounds. They got to figure it out with the bench. They only got 5 points, even though they were a huge 5 points in the fourth quarter by Dearica Hamby. But this team picks up another victory, another win to further push them up the standings. At one point, it was like, well, they made the playoffs. Now it's like maybe they can be as high high as a 5th seed. So big time win for these ladies. We got Coach coming up in the press conference soon. I know he's going to be excited. I know he's going to have some great things to say. And I know you're excited at home because like I said, and like you know, the Sparks win 83-78 on the road. Big comeback victory in the second half. This team is ballers. But before we get to the press conference, we have one more break for you before you hear from Coach Curt Miller. So we'll see you guys in a second.
What's up, y'all? This is Lexi Brown with the LA Sparks, and you're watching Infanity TV.
Profanity Nation. A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Powered by...
Am I good? Yeah. Can't be more proud of our team tonight on the road with a big, huge road win for us. Coming out of halftime, we were gritty, gutty, determined. We stepped back up to the plate, to the physicality, and what a terrific defensive second half. Just can't be more proud. Held them to 26 points in the half. They went from 64% shooting to 31% shooting from the field in the second half. Turned them over 10 times in the second half. Just incredible effort. Wasn't a ton of X's and O's changes in halftime. We just talked about we've got to be better. We have another level. We have another level of competitiveness in us. And they really came out and were terrific. Nneka carried us at the offensive end, but we had huge contributions across the board. Azura big in the first half. Jordan and Leja kept attacking. And then Derek off the bench late had a couple big baskets in the fourth quarter for us. So a great team road win for us.
Let's go with Infanity Studios.
What's up, Coach? Michael here. Man, just big time win. Tell me about the job that you guys were able to do on Ryan Howard. I know she had a big performance earlier in the season versus you guys. Can you tell me about what you guys were able to do there? Then secondly, when it comes to this starting lineup who has been playing so well lately, what do you think that makes that starting lineup work so well?
Yeah, for the first part is Ryan is a special player in this league, but we put Leja on her tonight. We showed her a lot of attention. We tried to disrupt her, tried to keep her shot attempts down. She's such a terrific offensive player. And I loved our compete. And then at the offensive end, we had to make Ryan work. If we could make her work defensively, maybe it would get to her legs. Maybe it would make her a little bit tired, but she's a terrific player. But hats off to Leja in actions all night. Again, others got switched onto her. Our post players trapped the ball out of her hands at times. So it was a total team effort, and that attention is needed to a special player like Ryan. As for the starting lineup, it's chemistry. It's simple as that. They've had an opportunity now to play 7 games as a unit, as a starting lineup. We got good diversity. We have, two-way players within that lineup. We got shooting and spacing. We have post players that are versatile. We really come together with that starting lineups, and roles are starting to be defined. And that only happens, especially in a foundational build year, in a first year of them all playing together. It just comes about by minutes together. And with all our injuries and illnesses throughout the season, we just haven't always had the opportunity to have minutes. And now we're stringing together minutes with this group together.
Thank you.
Rashawn?
Hey, Coach. Congrats on the win. You think big picture, obviously there's a lot more left in the season, but to be able for them not to win the season series, like how big of a game and a win was this for you tonight?
Yeah, good split for us. More than anything, we keep beating good teams, and that only is going to raise our confidence level. Holding a team to 26 points and a half in this league is difficult to do at 31% shooting. It's just going to continue to reinforce that we have a chance to be a good defensive team. We've prepped, back into the top 4 in defensive rating in this league. And again, it's what we have to hang our hat on as our offense comes around and our chemistry comes around at the offensive end.
Ray?
Thank you.
Oh, Ray, are you there?
Yeah. Hey, Coach. So in situations like this where you're down 13, what do you tell your team and how do you prevent them from panicking per se?
We're down 16, but, we hadn't played our best basketball and felt like we weren't executing at both ends. I thought, their physicality bothered us at the offensive end. And I thought we could find another level, but more importantly, defensively, I thought we were slow to react. We seemed a little bit fatigued early. And then we found the physicality, the aggressiveness, and the guttiness, the grittiness that we need to be a good defensive team. And we tried to stay the course. Again, hats off to my assistants. We walked in at halftime and I wanted to maybe change some coverages and look around and say, hey, they shot 64%. We got to change things. And they were the ones that convinced me that we hadn't done it well yet, what we had tried to start to do. And let's give it a shot before we totally scrap the game plan. And they ultimately were truly right tonight. The game plan was good, and it was excellent when we played with a toughness and a physicality that we need to play with.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Players will be in here in a minute.
So we just heard from Coach. He talked about the big time win.
Well, everybody's on here, and before the players come, I just want to give you some notes from tonight. Nneka had her 100 career double-double, top 5 of all time. Jordan Canada has a new season high with 6 steals, and Nneka has a new season high with 29 points. And last one, Nneka is now 16th all-time in WNBA history in scoring. So Nneka and Azura will be down in just a moment.
So we just heard it from the Sparks. Nneka. She's continuing to, be great, and now she's climbing up the charts when it comes to scoring 16th overall. She has her 100th double-double. She was able to lead that team. In the first half, she was the reason why this team wasn't down 20 points, and gave them a fighting chance. In the second half, she continued to play well. But it's that starting 5. Coach talked about it, the chemistry that they have, the diversity within that starting 5 with Lasia, with Jordan, with Carly stretching the floor, with Azura, who had another big game, 18 and 8 points. And then, of course, Nneka Ogwumike, one of the better players in the WNBA. It was just a great performance at half. I know a lot of you fans were out there like me. Like, I know that they did not show up to Atlanta to give us this type of performance. But second half, I love what Coach said there at the end of the press conference. He said, hey, shout out to my assistant coaches, because sometimes it's about just staying doing what you're doing and let your players figure it out. It was one of those things I always say, players have to play. No matter how great the coaching is, it comes down to, are you doing your job? In the second half, they did their job. They go from allowing 64% field goal shooting for the Atlanta Dream in the first half to only 31 in the second half. Coach talked about it. Stopping a team to only 26 points in the second half. You don't even see that in college women's basketball. So the Sparks did a hell of a job in that second half on the defensive end. They continued to make shots. They chipped away, and then it came down to the end. Free throws matter, and they made 4 big free throws, first with Nneka on the drive to the basket that the Dream challenged, that they saw it was a foul, and then Leja was able to knock down 2 free throws after getting a big rebound after the Ryan Howard miss. So shout out to the Sparks, 6-game winning streak. They continue to play well, and it comes down to their leaders doing so. De'Erica with the big 5 points, the big 3. It was her 6th 3-point shot made in the entire season, and the team needed it. And this was a big-time win. It was great. Coach talked about positioning as well when it comes to the team who's trying to move up in the standings, and now they're able to split with the Dream. It is a big-time victory, big-time win. Hey, like I said before, the Sparks are a dangerous team that you don't want to see right now, and if you're tussling for different seeding, and now they have a big matchup on Sunday against the Connecticut Sun, a team that, hey, if they continue to win games, they may possibly see in the first round of the playoffs. But some big-time basketball, great coaching. I know here at LA Sparks Weekly, we've been kind of saying different things about Coach Miller, but he's doing his job. His assistant staff, they're doing their job. And the players are healthy. The players are playing. And, you know, we haven't really got any word on Chene or Lexi. But, damn, it looks like this team doesn't need those two the way that they're playing basketball. But like I said, what would take this team to the next level? If they can get some production off of that bench. Because with this starting 5, the way that they're playing these last 7 games, this is one of the top 5 starting 5 lineups in the WNBA, and these ladies are playing great basketball. I can't wait to hear from who they bring into us in the press conference. I know they're going to have great things to say, but it's just a great time, great performance to stop Ryan Howard the way that they did. She's such a baller. Earlier in the season, she was able to score, I believe, 40 points against this team. You would think it's a whole different lineup that they're throwing out there. Brand new players, but it's not. It's just players locking in, players getting healthy, players buying in to what Coach Miller has for them, and it is looking great. So we have one more commercial for you before we get to hear from the players who won this big-time game, 83-78 over the Atlanta Dream. We'll catch you in a minute.
What's up, y'all? This is Lexi Brown with the LA Sparks, and you're watching Infanity TV.
Profanity Nation. A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Powered by...
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Ogwumike, and you're watching Infanity Television. Boom.
Welcome back to LA Sparks Weekly with yours truly, Michael Matthew here. The Sparks picked up another big victory. We have Azura Stevens here for us. You ready? Hey, Azura. Oh, you got to mute me.
Infanity TV.
Hey, what's up, Azura? Michael Matthew here with LA Sparks Weekly, Infanity TV. So, man, Nneka, 100th double-double of the year. But it just seems like you two play so well off each other on the offensive end and on the defensive end, as you guys were able to slow down Chiney there in the second half. So can you talk to me about the way that you guys are able to play with each other offensively and defensively? I believe it was 47 points, 20 rebounds combined for the game.
Yeah. First, just congrats to Nneka. I mean, it's been so amazing playing alongside her and learning from her, watching her, the way she approaches the game and just being her teammate. I've learned so much, and every time I get on the court, I know I'm, going to battle with the warrior in the post tandem starting off, and as well as Dearica. But yeah, I think we're clicking. I think in the beginning of the season, we were trying to learn each other, and that's normal. But I think everybody's seeing now, like we're learning each other, and we know each other now pretty well, and how each other plays, and we're just feeding off of one another.
And then my second question will be, what's up with you ladies? You ladies come out slow, some of these past few games, but then you find a way to take it to the next level in the second half to pick up these victories.
I mean, I don't know. You're not going to start every game on fire. I think that's a false mindset to try to believe. Like, that's just not how games start all the time. And I think at times we get so fixated on that, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And we've proven that over and over throughout the season. It's key to stay calm in moments when things aren't going your way. They came out hot, they were hitting shots, they were executing, and we had some slippage, but I mean, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And it's more your character throughout those moments, staying calm and knowing that you'll be okay in the end.
Thank you.
Rashawn?
Hey, Azura. Hey, Azura.
Hey.
Coach talked about, after they shot 60+% from the field in the first half, he talked about scrapping the defensive game plan, but the rest of the staff kind of discouraged him from that. As players, what was the talks amongst yourself in the locker room at halftime, just in terms of what it was going to take, what you needed to do coming out there in the second half?
I think we just, we knew Ryan and CP got off to a really good start. And I mean, CP is a beast in the paint. I played with her in Chicago, and she was hitting a lot of jump shots too. Like, she was just on fire in that first half. And so even Monique, like, she came out and was really aggressive and was putting a lot of pressure on us down there. So I think, it was more of just a concerted effort to really stop their post players and dig into that and get stops. We're tired, we're traveling a lot, and that's not an excuse, but we just found a way to get it done in the second half.
Thank you. Congrats on the win.
Thanks.
Ray?
Hey, Azura, following up on those gentlemen's questions, but I also asked Coach this, but how do you guys prevent yourselves from panicking? And then you guys have been down a lot this season, and somehow you surged back in the second half. It's been kind of a signature for you guys this season.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I don't really know the answer to that. I know, like, I just try to play as calm as possible. I've had coaches in the past that were a little animated, and I don't know, it's just I think that the starting five and even the team, like, we're all just on the same page on staying calm when things get hectic. We have a lot of experience on our team. We have people who have won championships and know that, you got to stay calm in these moments. It's not always about how you start, it's how you finish. And I think that's just a collective effort of everybody that's on the floor. Even the people that come in the game, like, we're all just calm, even though, we're focused on the process, and that's even in the game. Like, we didn't get off to a great start, but we don't panic, because panic doesn't help you in these situations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nneka's on her way.
Okay.
83-78 win over the Atlanta Dream. And that move that move of telling Azura earlier in the season that we're going to play you as a power forward, not a small forward, has been one of the biggest moves of the season for the Sparks. Because we know about the health. We know the injuries, the illnesses that's affected this team earlier in the year. But Coach still had to do his job and make some adjustments because it just looked like it wasn't working. But now it is, and Azura Stevens is a big part of it because her playing out the 4, she stretches the floor. Her length on the defensive end, her finishing around the basket. She talked about it, how her and Nneka are able to play off one another, combining for 47 points, 20 rebounds. The job they did to Cheyenne Parker in the second half. After scoring 14 early, she only ended up with 8 points in the second half with 22 points for the game. They have to realize Azura and Nneka are a big reason why this team is making this push, and they're going to have to continue to play at the high level if the Sparks want to continue to play big-time basketball. But they're very important, as are, the wing play. You have to get production and effort from Carly, and when she can knock down shots, it's always a plus. Jordan Canada, 15 points and 9 assists in this game. She is playing like a point guard. Her in that pick and roll game with her and De'Erica, her and Nneka, her and Azura is opening up for everybody. And Lasia, finishing with 14 and 4 assists, is doing a great job. But we got Nneka, the superstar, is here. So let's hear from Nneka Ogwumike. Hey, Nneka, a great win. Man, when you look at your career, you have your 100 double-double. Like, do you ever look back and realize, say, man, I really have achieved a lot in this league and have really made my presence felt, for a future Hall of Famer?
I mean, I wouldn't put it in those words, but I'm definitely grateful for these moments. And I think, it kind of settles in when my teammates, obviously show me appreciation, which is really every day. It doesn't have to be a game like this. I'm just really grateful to still be in a position to be doing what I do on the Sparks.
And then my second question is, I'm trying to figure you ladies out. You guys sometimes come out in the first half and you seem kind of flat, but then the second half is like, wow, they're clearly one of the best teams in the WNBA. Why do you think that happened, and how are you ladies able to overcome when it comes to sometimes these second half deficits?
I think bringing consistency is really the key, but some days that happens, and I think it's really all about how you respond. And of course, with us being able to build more chemistry along the way in the latter half of the season with more consistency across, the roster, we've seen a lot of really great moments, and we're now able to string them together to more complete 40-minute games.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Rashawn?
Hey, Nick, congrats on the win and another milestone for you as well.
Thanks.
You talk about the response, right? They have a 30-point second quarter, and then you come back and allow just 26 points total in that second half. What's the level of focus and detail that it takes to be able to get something like that done on the defensive end?
I mean, I think it's really breaking the game up into small games and small competitions. I don't think we look too far ahead, and we try our best to string together a lot of good moments, good possessions. And we knew that we had to come out with more energy in the third quarter because, last time we played here, it was a different story. And even, one game in LA. So with teams like that, you have to match or exceed the energy. And that's something that was a point of emphasis for us.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Ray?
Hey, Nneka, congrats on everything. So when you're down by double digits like that, what's your biggest focus going against the Atlanta team? Is it like taking away their best player's shots, or just attacking, attacking the point of attack? What's the biggest focus there?
Well, I mean, I think that definitely getting stops with whatever our defensive scheme is, and turning those stops into good offensive opportunities. No one's trying to miss, but there's more of a likelihood to be more efficient if you're able to get stops and then get shots on goal. And I think that we try to focus on that one possession at a time.
Thanks.
Thanks. That's it. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.
We are back. We just heard from superstar Nneka, who once again, with 27 and 12 points, got her 100th double-double for her career. Big-time baller. But up next, they got a big-time matchup against the 23 and 11 Connecticut Sun, a team that they played earlier in this year, and they lost 83 to 74. But that was a long time ago, and this is a brand new Sparks team with the energy that they play with, the way that they're winning these games, 6 straight wins. And it's the defense. The defense has been the calling card. To give up 32 points in the second quarter, then to only give up 26 points in the entire second half. The ladies know what they have to do to win, to take this team to the next level and continue to win. But it's going to be a big matchup. 10 a.m. I don't understand this, WNBA. Why are they playing so early? But it's a 10 a.m. game on Sunday at Connecticut. It's going to be some great basketball. They're going to be going up against a team that is truly competing to win a title this year. They actually face them another time before the season is done, but big win, 83-78. The Sparks take care of business. Nneka did what she did, 100 double-double. Azura, big game. Jordan Canada, the near double-double. And Leisure with great defense on Ryan Howard throughout the game, especially in the second half, and she knocked down 2 big free throws to put the team over the top. I thank you. I know that you guys enjoyed this comeback win, just like you enjoyed your favorite show when it comes to the Sparks. LA Sparks Weekly. Don't worry, Sunday is going to be the trio. My special duo is going to be back with me, and we're going to bring to you more Sparks ball, and hopefully we can be talking about a 7th straight victory for LA. So I thank you guys for tuning in to LA Sparks Weekly with yours truly, Michael Matthew. Catch you guys Sunday.